What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 10 Reunion Part 1. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I have been having the exact same thing, y'all. It's been a very, very lazy Sunday. It's been very lazy. I ain't really been doing nothing. All I did was walk my ass up to the store earlier. Had to check on Bando because he's sick, and all of those different things. So it's been a pretty lazy day. It's been very cloudy outside, very gloomy. It's been a little bit of a gloomy ass day. It ain't really been nothing to do today, but just lay down and rest myself up because my vacation is now coming to a close, y'all. I'm going back to work tomorrow, and I'm so excited about that. So yeah, it just feels like when you're having fun or when you're resting, it just seems like time just goes by so damn fast. And my thing is, it just feels like I just went on vacation. Like it feel like I just went on vacation. The way this week just smooth, right, just blew past me, just blew past me. In the way that it did is so crazy to me. It just blew past me. But we already getting through the year already. February is pretty much over with. We already going into March already. So it's about to be hot outside again. I could put on my shorts again and all of that stuff. Really just be outside like I want to and stuff. Go out a little bit more, not being in the house all the time. Just, all of those different things that I miss. I miss it being hot outside. I miss taking my walks, all of those great things. Like I miss all of that. But we just got a couple of more weeks into the winter time, and the days gonna get longer, the nights gonna get shorter, all of those different things, and I can hardly wait for it. I could just honestly say that. We got 70 people up in here already so far. And moderators, I see you. I see Soulful Dog and I see Ravine up in here as well. And I see Gabby. And you guys already know what your job is as we continue on this year. We want our moderators to make sure that the people know that it is okay for you to give your opinions. The goal of the year is more engagement. That is that's the word of the year is engagement. We want engagement. If we got 82 folks up in here watching, we need 82 people up in here coming. Let me see. Never go back to work on a vacation. Never go back to work after vacation on a Monday. It's double depressing. But let me tell y'all, that's the thing. I was supposed to be off tomorrow, but then I looked at my schedule and my schedule looked at me and said, bitch, you got to be at work Monday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. So we're going right back to that 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you going to be? Outside on the corner. And then, I'm looking at my damn schedule like, you better get yourself together because you got to get your ass up at 4 o'clock in the morning so you can be at work on time. Child. Because I knew good and damn well I wasn't supposed to be at work until Tuesday. But my ass got to be right back at work tomorrow at 5 in the motherfucking morning. So annoying, y'all. So annoying. Look at me looking at my schedule just to make sure that I have to be there. Yeah, I gotta be there. I gotta be there because they got me off Saturday. So yeah, I gotta be there. But that's the only reason why I'm not gonna complain about it. Hey, Uncle Jay. Hey, Too Feisty. Hey, Norris. Hey, Superstar 7. Hey, Elinda J. I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Dalika Everett? Eartha 81. It's a couple of y'all up in here. Okay, now we at the 5-minute mark, so y'all know what it is. Let's make this chat. Not only do we need for everybody to engage, but we also need nothing but fire in the chat. So make sure you guys go ahead, light this chat up with nothing but flame emojis, and then up until we get to the 6-minute mark. Okay, So let's light this shit up with nothing but flames and all of those good things so we can get this show on the road. Okay, let's go ahead and get that going. We got 110 people up in here already, and you already know what time it is. We want everybody to talk. We want everybody to talk. We don't want no bush babies. We want everybody to feel comfortable enough to speak their minds and say whatever they want to say and things of that nature. Okay, let me get my notes up. Let me get my notes on here while y'all like this chat up. My notes right here, okay? So let's go ahead and get this thing started, all right? It's 115 of y'all up in here right now. It is currently 9:13 p.m. and it's 52 degrees in the Atlanta area. So let's get this thing started. And thank you so much, Mel Green, for the belated birthday shout out. I really do appreciate it. All right, so moderators, make sure everybody's engaging. Make sure y'all are sharing the links that we need to share from, you know, for the book that I got, from the award that I'm nominated for, all of those different things. Just make sure you guys share the link, all that other good stuff. Y'all know what it is. And just, you know, if people get out of line, just time their ass out. Don't ban them, just time them out, child. You know, whatever. So let's get into it. Now, we open up the reunion episode with the Wendy and Eddie scene. Okay, that's what we open it up with. And I must say that while I was sitting there watching Wendy and Eddie scene, it looked like an episode of Being Mary Jane. The dramatics, the crying, the no makeup, them sitting there pondering over everything that's going on, all of that different stuff. So they just sitting there and they just doing whatever. And so it's like, come on now, y'all. Like, I don't really know why the sympathy factor is like so low for me when it comes down to Wendy and Eddie, because I really do kind of like them in a sense. Like, I've always, since season 6, I've liked Wendy, but I'm just irritated watching them lay on their couch crying like they ain't even do shit. Like they weren't trying to steal and get money the way they wasn't supposed, the way that you shouldn't be getting it, and all of those different things. Like, that was kind of baffling in my eyes that they was even doing it. Like, why y'all sitting up here acting like y'all didn't do nothing? But I'm guessing most of the crying and the sadness that they were feeling had a lot to do with the fact that they could possibly be taken away from their kids. And I guess I can give them a break on that part, because you got kids. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what you did, regardless of what was wrong that you did, you feel what I'm saying? You still got kids that you don't want to leave behind, because ain't nobody gonna treat your kids the way that you treat your kids, especially if you're good parents and somebody else got to look after your kids. Imagine Susan looking after their fucking kids while they in jail. I won't want her looking after shit that I got. I'm just being for real. And I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, mama. I ain't trying to talk about nobody, mama. I'm just telling y'all the goddamn truth. I just won't want Susan looking after my damn dog or lizard, let alone my motherfucking children, who are 2 human beings. Ain't no way in hell I could do it. So they were just sitting there crying and stuff. And I actually would have preferred this be on the finale versus us watching that damn interview with Karen Huger and watching her not take any accountability for none of the shit that she did, none of the trees she hit, none of the damn wine bottles that she had in her car, none of the damn vodka and gin she drunk, all of that other stuff. Like, I just would have rather see this at the end and not see this at the beginning of the episode, but true, whatever. So I think what it is that with Wendy and Eddie, I think the problem with it, and I'm trying to look at it again, like I said, because they got kids. So that's a part of me that wants to feel some type of sympathy for what they're going through, because they do got kids. But the thing about it is they wasn't thinking about their children when they were doing what they're doing. All they thinking about is the money and what they can get out of that money that they stealing to get, that they're thieving to fucking get. That's all they're thinking about. They're not thinking about anything else. So my thing is, when it all boiled down to it, now that they done went to jail, and now that it's all over the place and they're trying to shield their kids from it, now it's in their face now. So now they have to think about their kids. Now they got to think about things that they wasn't thinking about when they was trying to get to a, get rich quick scheme. Like that's basically what this is. Like they really wasn't thinking too much about it until now. And that's very much so unfortunate, but that's just what happens when you don't think. You're only thinking with the fact that I'm finna get this money and this is fast money. This is the most money that we ever had. We finna fix this house. I'm finna buy the latest, Versace. Finna give you some shit off the runway cause I got the coins that I'm stealing from the people. Like those are the things that they were thinking about. They weren't really thinking about how that was going to affect their son and their daughter like that. And that's very unfortunate. But sometimes it takes people to go through the trenches to really realize what's very important. Everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to have all this money. And then sometimes people be so far in the dumps that they would do anything they possibly fucking can to get that money that they've been looking for instead of working towards that. You feel what I'm saying? And just like Too Feisty said, and I'm gonna put her comment up there. She says, that's why I'm always going to applaud and encourage having a 9-to-5. And it ain't nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. It's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I need for people to normalize people working 9-to-5s, because even in my world right now, I told y'all this several times before, 9-to-5s are completely looked down upon. They use a 9-to-5 as a fucking insult. And I know that I'm trying to get out of the habit of repeating myself in every fucking video, but when it comes down to these 9-to-5 conversations, I just got to let you guys know the things that have been thrown at me for having a 9-to-5. Now, granted, I am a YouTuber, an award-winning YouTuber at that, a YouTuber that's highly recognized by some of your faves, and a YouTuber with almost 60,000 subscribers and over millions of views all over the place. I still work a 9-to-5 job, and people do tend to throw that in my face that I work a 9-to-5. Bitches say paper or plastic. I'm never gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue with nobody that bag groceries for a living and shit like that. Don't bag groceries for a living at all. Don't do it. Work at a grocery store, absolutely. But at the same point in time, that same 9-to-5, that paper or plastic, grocery store living, I got fucking insurance. That's why I work my 9-to-5. I want my medical insurance. I want my dental insurance. I want my vision insurance. I want my 401k, and I want my motherfucking pension. Reason why I've decided to stick around that motherfucker for another year so I can get my motherfucking pension. That's just the truth of the matter of it. So it is what it is. Stop looking down on people for having 9-to-5s, because even entrepreneurs out there, some entrepreneurs that starting their own business work a 9-to-5 so they can fund their own business. Let's not look down on the 9-to-5s as if it don't keep the world going around. Like, let's stop doing it. Because I could have quit a long time. I could have quit my job a long motherfucking time ago and was sitting up here working on YouTube every motherfucking day. I could have done that, but YouTube is not dependable. YouTube is not something that you can depend on all the time. You have your high months and you have your lows. Right about now, January was a low month. Like it wasn't nothing really going on, and wasn't really that many shows out there. January was low. That's why this next check ain't gonna be what it normally is. In the winter months, YouTube for me, that's my low moment. December, January, February, it's always low. When it get hot outside, that's when it's high again. So you have your low moments. So you need that. Now I need that 9-to-5 to keep me afloat. Yes, I still make decent money during those months that I just said are low, but at the same point in time, it's just like this. It's not what I want it to be. So it's all about job security. I got a book that's selling. I get a check off of that too. But that's also a thing that goes up and down. A book can be revived and you can sell a lot more books when it's revived, and sales slow down. So it is what it is. You gotta be smart about it. Don't be dumb about it, and don't be sitting up here not having no job because of some shit that somebody gotta say. I am a person that says keep your 9-to-5, even if you are a YouTube person. If you don't want to work, that's absolutely fine. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to keep, YouTube don't give you no insurance. Get a job that's gonna give you some benefits. That's why I keep mine. So that's just what it is. And I didn't mean to go all over the world with this and get all off topic, but when I saw that comment by Two Feisty, I just had to bring up the fact that people love trying to shame somebody just for working. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the show. So Giselle and Ashley, they talk about being here for 10 years and they did not know that they would be here for 10 years. And to be quite honest, never thought that Real Housewives of Potomac was going to be here for 10 seasons. Never would have thought that it would have been. Okay. Because I was one of them folks who really wasn't fucking with Potomac like that the first 2 seasons. I was not fucking with Potomac like that the first 2 seasons at all. Not at all. Wasn't fucking with them at all. Them first 2. I could not stand Karen. I could not stand Charisse. I could not stand Robin. I actually liked Giselle back then. And I liked Ashley back then. And I liked Katie back then. But as you can see, I didn't even review it the first 3-4 seasons. I didn't even review it. I tried to review it season 4. Still couldn't really get through it. But I actually started really tuning in for real, like season 3 when Candace came in. That's when I really started to tune into the show. But other than that, them first 2 seasons, I really went for it. And I just felt like, well, why isn't this shit just Real Housewives of DC? Because this ain't nothing but a bunch of women that's from the DMV, DC area and stuff like that. So I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm not surprised that Giselle is still here. Because in so many words, I mean, her and Karen are like the heart and soul of Potomac. But Ashley should have been gone probably after season 6. Like, she been ran her course. Ashley is one of them damn people that been ran their course and don't really know when to let go. But also Bravo don't know how to let her go, and they don't know how to move forward. And that's one of the problems with these shows. Y'all keep people longer than y'all need to sometimes and don't know how to move forward. And that's one of the reasons why when it come down to a show like Real Housewives of Atlanta and they completely retool the cast, then people don't know how to let go of that because of the fact that they've been so used to the same motherfucking people. Let these shows thrive. Let these shows move forward. Let them do that. So, you know, that's just what I say. Then they started saying they were filming without Karen. And so they were saying that it was weird filming without Karen. It really wasn't the same filming without her, but they just had to keep the engine going. So then Tia and Angel, they speak about being freshmen on the show. You know, Tia said that she came in, she had just moved into the DMV area when they started filming this show, and she was looking for new friends, and that's why she joined this friend group and stuff like that. Of course, you wanted to meet new friends, but you wanted that check too. And it doesn't, you know, you can find you some new friends and get a check all at the same time. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So yes, do you, girl, do you. Angel said that she's from the DMV area. She came back here, and you know, her freshman season really wasn't the best, but she really did come in with open arms, hoping to meet new people. Stacy talks about her sophomore season and how it's been kind of a rough season for her, but still she rises. It's not that, you know, she felt like she has had a lot of stuff come at her and thrown at her this past season, that just, you know, this season right here, but she still was able to move forward and suck it up. And regardless of what my opinions may be on Stacy, I can say that for the most part, she has been able to stand strong and tall on her own throughout this situation. And not only has she been able to do that, but she has become a fan favorite. Now, I might not be buying into the whole Stacy train of it all. I don't really get the appeal about her like that, honestly speaking. But she is a fan favorite for the most part. Kiana discussed her transition from being a friend of to the friend of to the flute holder. She was saying that, you know, last season was mainly her like getting her feet wet with, you know, showing more of her life. And she feels like this season she was able to show a little bit more and have a lot more fun with the situation. I like Kiana. I'm just gonna keep saying it. I like her and I want her to stay on the show and I want to see more from her. I don't think that this was a good season for her though, because she did look like she was mad and angry as fuck every goddamn time she was in this bitch. Every time she was on here, she looked like she was mad about something. She was giving Solange, I got a lot to be mad about. I got a lot to be mad about. Yeah. She was giving Solange, the song by Solange and Lil Wayne, Mad. Like, that's what she was giving. Like, that's exactly what she was giving this entire time she was on here. So Wendy discussed her journey from season 5 until now, and it's so crazy when they show the flashbacks of when Wendy first came on, and Wendy looks so much better than she did her first season. Not to say that she looked a hot mess her first season, but you could tell that she had just came on the show. She really wasn't paid like that. She was just like, whatever. But you could see the glow up and the transitioning from her. And I can honestly say that her very first season, I was not a fan at all. Only because of the fact that I don't have nothing against people that got degrees. Like, I don't have nothing against people who decides to, further their education. I'm a person that wish they did further their education, if you want me to be quite honest about the whole thing. I wish I would have continued with my education and gotten my degree in mass comm and journalism like I planned to, but life did not work out that way for me. However, I don't like how people take their accomplishments to try to throw it in other people's faces all the time, because that's what people tend to do all the time. I see people do that, and it's like, we get it. You got 5 degrees. We get it. You got this. We get it. You got that. But you ain't got to sit here and just constantly throw it in the bitch face every time you get mad, or every time we in the argument. You feel what I'm saying? Because even with the things that I've accomplished on YouTube, all these bitches on here trying to come for me, I could have easily thrown all this shit in their face. From what I've done, to the people I'm connected with, to the connections that you don't know I got, I could have thrown it in all these hoes' face. But I don't do that because I'm humble. I'm humble. This shit don't last forever. So it is what it is. So my thing is, I just felt like when Wendy came in, it was given, you got your degree and every motherfucking thing. Like, that's just what it was given to me. See, Gabby just said it. That's what it was given. I just wasn't here for it at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But the glow up and the transition is everything, and you just see that Wendy came into her own as the show continued, and as she continued, because she came in at the halfway mark of this show. So then she starts getting questions about the fraud case, and she was talking about the only thing that she can say is they have been making court appearances. The trial is still ongoing. That's the most that they can, talk about when it comes down to this court case. And it is a trying time for her and her family at this moment in time. It's definitely a trying time. So then they talk about Wendy finding out the truth. She says that when it happened, when they got arrested, she was asleep. The kids were at school. She got her sister to pick the kids up. So it was just like they didn't know what was going on. All they knew was that they had the sister to go and pick up the kids and do all that for the kids. And they just stayed at the house with, her sister and things like that. Now, Cam doesn't know what's going on, but the son already knew what was going on. He opened up his phone and he saw it. And he's old enough to navigate, through the internet and see blogs and all of that other good stuff. So he knows what to do. Like, he knew how to find it. And as much as you want to shield, your children from finding out stuff, I just feel like at this point, you're better off literally just being honest about whatever is going on with you, because your kids are definitely going to find out. So it's really no need to like hold it, not tell them, keep it to yourself. It's really no need for y'all to be doing that, to be honest. But I just feel like when it all boiled down to it, it's just like, for me, just be honest, especially when you got kids that are old enough to see it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. Giselle asked her, was she okay? And Wendy says she's not okay and she's terrified, but she got to keep living. You feel what I'm saying? And to be honest, I'm not really mad at the way that Wendy is speaking on this. Now, it kind of goes back to when we saw the preview for the reunion, and we saw Karen up there, and she was basically saying that Wendy was talking too much, and she been there already, and she was talking too much and shit like that. But I don't see where Wendy's talking too much. She really ain't been saying much about it. And even when she was explaining what happened, she didn't really get into the, you know, the significance of the case. She didn't really go into anything that was like too much for her to go into. She was just telling you basic things that transpired when she got arrested. That's all she did. I don't really think she's speaking out of turn. I don't really think she's speaking too much about what's going on. She's giving you just enough to see what's going on in her world, to be honest. I don't really see the whole she talking too damn much. Like, I personally don't see it now. Everybody else probably sees something that I don't see, and that is fine, because a lot of the times y'all do see things that I don't, and that's okay. But I personally don't really see what the hell y'all talking about when it come down to her speaking about what's going on, because all she's doing is letting y'all know what it is. Like, that's pretty much all she doing. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't really see it like some people are. I don't see it that way. So where we at? Let's continue on, y'all. Ashley says that her biggest fear is going to jail, and it's troubling to her that there's 2 women in this group that she knows personally that has been to jail. And I don't know if that was a dig at Wendy. I don't know, but I kind of felt like Ashley was digging at Wendy like TLC. Like, when she said that comment, it was basically giving digging the scene, digging on you. That's what it was giving. It was giving you digging on that girl when you said that. You didn't even have to say that. I just feel like it was a very calculated statement to make. And I could just be overthinking it, but when it comes to Ashley, though, Ashley is always on some other type of time all the time, like always on some other bullshit, literally all the time. So I don't know what it was, but for me, I just found it to be kind of weird and kind of crazy that she said that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, your husband was arrested for grabbing on the nigga ass, so you probably need to calm down with the bullshit that you're saying and all that. Like, girl, please. Like, Ashley was just being shady to me. That's just what I took from it. I think that she was just being shady. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, I could be wrong. So we get into Stacy's QVC videos. Andy was talking about how entertaining her QVC videos are and how he's always watching her QVC videos. Now, me personally, I've never seen her QVC videos. I don't have any interest in watching her QVC videos. But when they show like little clips of the QVC videos, I'm like, okay, this is her lane. Like, QVC is definitely her lane, and I could definitely see her constantly doing that QVC thing or being a news reporter of the sort or some stuff like that. Like, that was definitely a lane of hers that she needed to be in. Like, she did it well. You know, Stacy definitely did it well, to be quite honest. They talk about her, you know, being a part of Vanity Fair and the best performer on Real Housewives of Potomac and stuff like that. And she was a part of Vanity Fair. And that's very big for Stacy. Like I said, I don't get the hype about old girl, but y'all get the hype. I don't see it for old girl, but y'all see it for. However, her being a part of Vanity Fair is a big deal. It's a big ass deal. So shout out to Stacy for that part. Now, they asked, being that is what she got from Vanity Fair, which is, you know, being the performer. Is she a performer? Because that is what her castmates be having issues with, is that she is performing for them, the cameras, and everybody that's watching. Stacy says, if you watch my QVC videos, then you will know that has been me. Like, I have not changed. Everything you saw on the QVC videos was basically, you know, me up and down. It was me. And so that is when Giselle was like, was it Giselle? No, that's when Ashley was like, but QVC was a job. So you were performing, that was a job. And then that's when Stacey was like, absolutely. And everybody just started laughing. At the end of the day, Stacey is a performer. And at the end of the day, Stacy do be lying, and at the end of the day, she is performing because this is a show. She don't take you motherfucker seriously. She's doing what she knows. She knows what the fuck she's doing, and it's working for her. And I might not agree with the fake ass shit, but it's working for her at the end of the day. And by y'all being bothered and by y'all being pressed about everything she do is working in her favor because she's the breakout star of this show now. And y'all just looking like angry Betty Batches at this point. That's what the fuck y'all looking like right now. So yeah, maybe y'all need to get on what she on so y'all won't be on the other shit that everybody else putting y'all on because it ain't working for you. You know, she did everything that she was supposed to do, and that's why she got that first damn seat. The very first seat that Giselle thought that she was gonna get when they first got there, only for her to realize that Giselle got to have that got bumped down to seat number 2 yet again, just like she did for season 8. She know that the job is in trouble. That's what she know. But let me see. We are not gonna act like Gizzard ain't said she adds extra and performs $4.99. Absolutely, she do. She do. And that's all, and that's it. And trust and believe me, I'm not over here trying to let her make it by any means because she definitely be performing and she puts 20 on 10 for most things. But at the end of the day, the performer of the year shit that goes to Stacy for a motherfucking reason. And yeah, because she does perform. Tia says that Stacy is different off camera. When Stacy talks, her voice is a lot deeper and stuff like that than it is when she's around a group. Well, my thing when it comes down to that is I don't always talk the same with people. Like I talk the same, but then I kind of like because the way I talk to Carl and Tramiel and Jamar is not the same way I may talk to Brian or, you know, or Javaris or Twan or D or Ralph, my straight friends. It's not the same energy. You feel what I'm saying? It's not the same thing. Like I'm not flamboyant around them. I'm not necessarily flamboyant around Jamar and them, but I'm a little more extra around them because we're all extra beings ourselves. Like me and Carl together is just extra on top of being extra. But I'm not as extra when I'm with my straight friends like that. Not because I need to feel the need to fit in, but it's a certain mood, if you ask me, because we're laid back. They're laid back men. So when I come over there, I don't have to do all that. But sometimes I will turn my extra on when I'm trying to prove a point. Like that extra and the finger wagging and the rolling of the neck. If I'm talking to them, that's gonna come out at some point. But I don't know. I really don't feel like I need to crucify Stacy for that. You know, I don't think so. So then Stacy and Tia, they start arguing about the accent thing, and I just feel like that was like the silliest, stupidest, dumbest argument that I could have ever heard in my life. Like I ain't even got more to say about that. Then let me see. Stacy denies paying TJ, which I have my thoughts about whether or not Stacy paid TJ or not, because a part of me still thinks that she did give him a payment of some sort. I kind of believe that, but then on the other hand, I don't really find TJ to be that trustworthy to his damn self, to be quite honest. So it just goes both ways. Like I don't really know who to trust because Stacy lies and TJ is a queen. So I don't really know who is lying, who telling the truth. But we really ain't got no solid proof about nothing in regards to TJ. So it's really up in the air. Because as far as I know, both Stacy and TJ are liars, if you ask me. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. She says that TJ wasn't the reason for her divorce, which I don't believe his gay ass was the reason for her damn divorce. I don't believe that. Now Stacy got called out for having more smoke for Tia than Ashley, and I was glad that she was called out for that in the questions, but did nobody else really call her out about that sitting on that couch? Because at the end of the day, Stacy, and that is the part that really pissed me off with Stacy, because you did flip on Tia. Now we're not gonna act like you didn't. You did flip on Tia. You did turn it around on Tia when you was the motherfucker that was lying. And then on top of that, Ashley has been way more disrespectful to you than Tia ever been. Like, Ashley has led the charge on being disrespectful towards you, and you ain't gave her no heat. But you give it to Tia, somebody who ain't really been giving you shit. She was just baffled by the fact that you wasn't being all the way truthful with her about something that she asked you. And then when she get around Wendy and Eddie, then she realizes that you wasn't being all the way forthcoming and honest about the situation. But then you want to get mad with her and then kick her out of your party. But yeah, Ashley calls you a lying ass hoe and you keep her around. That's the shit that I'm talking about with Stacy. You don't give a lot of this ain't just for Stacy either. A lot of you girls don't give the energy to the motherfuckers you need to get a goddamn energy with. A lot of y'all do. Angel won. But right now we talking about Stacy. But what I'm saying is sometimes, like, you motherfuckers always allowing people who don't need to get away with shit. Y'all let them get away with shit. And I just don't understand that. I just don't understand it. And it don't make no sense. And my thing is that Ashley has been disrespectful to Stacy time and time again. And Stacy keep letting her buy it. Keep letting her make it. Keep letting her do this. Keep letting her do that. But in the same breath, it's kind of like, okay, so what? So when are you gonna call when is anybody gonna call Ashley out on her shit? Why does she constantly be snaking? You feel what I'm saying? So when it come down to Stacy and Tia, I'm team Tia. I done told y'all that time and time again. I don't give a fuck about this breakout star performer of the year for Vanity Fair, all that bullshit. Tia was not wrong for feeling any kind of way about Stacy, because Stacy did flip on her and she did play her to the goddamn left. She absolutely did, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say about it. She did. She played her to the left. So she got every right to feel however she wants to about Stacy, in my opinion. And Stacy did give her more smoke than she gave Ashley. They talk about Stacy in the cannabis line. Stacy says that she didn't really want to talk about her cannabis line at that time because it really wasn't set in stone just yet, and she just felt like that wasn't nothing that she owed anybody. And my thing is, I don't really think that Stacy owed them anything, but at the same time, if you know you working on a cannabis line and you know, and it's not really, done, or the business not properly effective or whatever it is, all you need to say is, I don't have a cannabis line. Am I in talks with having a cannabis line? Absolutely. But do I have a cannabis line? No. Because in all reality, she really didn't have no cannabis line at the time. Or maybe she was lying about not really having one for real at that time. I mean, with Stacy, you never know, because she dances around things like she doing the motherfucking cha-cha and Macarena. Like, that's just what she do, and it's annoying. When she could just keep it a buck and just say it straight up. Yes, I'm working on a cannabis line. Yes, I am. Do I have one? No. Am I trying to get one out? Maybe. But just say that instead of just flat out denying something. Like, just say, you can say enough to get motherfuckers off your back. Do you owe them that? No. But you also don't owe nobody no lies either, though. You know what I mean? But all in all, it's like a catch-22. You don't owe them shit, but at the same time, you don't owe me no lies either. You know what I mean? Like, you could have cleared that up quick, because at the end of the day, you come on the next season and you got a fucking cannabis line, so now you look like a fucking liar. You know what I mean? But I guess Stacy says that she doesn't think she was treated fairly. Now, in my opinion, in some instances, I have felt like Stacy wasn't treated fairly. In some instances, I feel like there were some people who had valid reasonings for having an issue with her, like Tia. But then I feel like there's people who just wanted to have an issue with her just for sport. Giselle, Ashley, Kiana. But at the same point in time, Giselle, Ashley, Tia, and Kierna also had points when they called her out for her lying. I think their biggest issue is that she's never really forthcoming about shit. She's not forthcoming. She's not always completely honest about stuff. It's like pulling teeth to get her to tell the motherfucking truth. But then when you got a whole pack of people coming at you at one time, then of course a whole pack of people coming at one person at one time, that's gonna make Stacy look like the complete victim, and that she is completely being ganged up on. Because although I personally feel that Stacy is a big ass liar and she need to stop fucking lying, yes, I feel that way. But I also feel like, girl, some of y'all really ain't got no real issue to have with fucking Stacy, to be real. All y'all looking like rabid dogs that's foaming at the mouth just to have a problem with that girl. So y'all ain't got to talk about y'all own shit. Like I said before, Tia was one person on this show with a valid reason to have an issue with her. Tia. Kierna, I really don't know what the fuck your issue is with Stacy. Do you like, is your issue with Stacy the same issue or that I got is the fact that she lies? Because if you feel like Stacy just be lying, then I understand you feeling like that. But the way you was going in on her and all that other shit, like, girl, it don't take all that. It just don't. Then you got Giselle and Ashley, who Giselle, you lie. Ashley, you lie. Giselle, you put more dip on your chip than anything. You know what I'm saying? Ashley just stirs the pot just for sport. So it's like a lot of y'all don't have no real issues, but you jumping on a bandwagon so you can have an issue, so y'all can have a storyline. That's what it's coming across. And you do know that when you make one person the topic of discussion, they become the face of the show. They become the breakout star. I would know. Shout out to the scene ATL whenever the fuck it comes back out. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying at the end of the day. So it's just like, you know, y'all thinking y'all calling her out, y'all thinking y'all, you know, putting her in some position, but what position y'all put her in is a position to, you know, make her the face of the show and be the star of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. That is just what it is at this point in time. So, you know, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. So I don't know, but to each his own. So we get into Angel. Angel has purchased her Potomac home at this point. Like, she's finally got her home. She said the same people that decorated and, you know, renovated her home in Colorado, she got the same people to do her Potomac home. So then she calls out Giselle, Wendy, and Ashley for, you know, not necessarily making her time on the show the best, in so many words. I do think about not really not making her time on the show the best, but basically about the eviction shit. Giselle could not wait to talk about her being evicted. She couldn't wait to bring that back to the girls. Ashley was gonna file a suit and couldn't wait to bring it back to the girls. Okay. And Wendy, she just came in with a notion of, well, I heard that blah, 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 blah. You sit up here saying what you heard, but now we done heard that you steal money to get your lifestyle. But that's a whole nother story and a whole nother topic of the day, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So I do think that she got every right to call them three out about that damn eviction thing. Now, Wendy was like, well, why haven't you checked Tia? Because Tia was the one who called Giselle and told her that you were moving out of the house. And Tia said she was angry with me too when she found out about it. Like, we talked about it, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then Angel said, I did talk to Tia about it, because no matter how you tried to bring it up to Giselle, you should have known that Giselle was going to take it and she was going to take it and make it into something else, which is valid. The only reason why I really wasn't trying to hold Tia like too much accountable for that whole thing is because of her what word am I looking for? Because of her whole purpose behind doing it. Like, I didn't think that she was telling Giselle that she was moving out of her house to be messy. That's just not what it gave when she was talking about it. I don't really think so. I think that she was literally talking to Giselle and just saying, well, you know, I'm just at Tia's, I'm just at Angel's house and she's moving out or whatever. You know, I don't know what's going on. And Giselle took it and said, oh, she didn't got put out of her house. You know, putting more dip on the chip to make it more embarrassing for that girl. And that's what she did. That's what she did. And that's why it came out the way that it came out to be. So that's why I'm not too mad at Tia about nothing. But Giselle and Wendy and Ashley, they did put 20 on 10 and they did drag it just a little bit. They was talking about Bobby being the hottest husband on the show. And did any of the women on the show agree? Now, I don't know about the women on the goddamn show, but however, Scotty thinks that Bobby is the finest husband on the show. But then I also think that Eddie is the finest man on the show. So if you want me to be honest about it, Eddie and Bobby are tied to be are tied up as the hottest husbands on Potomac, in my opinion. I mean, that's just me. You know, so if you want to ask me who the finest husbands is on Potomac, it's definitely Bobby and Eddie. Even though Eddie is a damn criminal, that don't make him less fine. But you know, I kind of like criminals though. Not saying Bando was a criminal, because Bando's not a criminal, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm damn saying though. Let me see what's going on here. Let's get into it. So, the chin check debacle, I was a little irritated with this part, right? Because Angel is trying to talk to Wendy about this, and Kiana keeps cutting Angel off when she's trying to talk to Wendy. Wendy wants Angel to finish her point. Kiana won't allow her to finish her point. Kiana, that had nothing to do with you right then. Angel is talking to Wendy. Angel is trying to get this shit going or talk about this issue with Wendy. Let her have that. I don't know why you felt the need to brush in and talk and say all of this other shit. Like, I don't understand it. Like, what was the motherfucking point? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like what you talking about? Like, what was the point of that? And Angel, why do you keep letting Kay talk to you like that? Because she be talking to you like you are like she your master or something, and you are her servant or some shit like that. I don't like how she be talking to you. And then even when Wendy said, what kind of relationship is this? And I was feeling the same damn way. Like, what are you doing? Besides proving everybody's point and me looking like a motherfucking fool for trying to defend your dumb ass. Like, what are you doing? Let Angel have that moment with Wendy. That is the person she owes that to. Why can't you let her have that motherfucking moment? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's just fucking crazy to me. Like, I'm like, it's not your moment. It's not your moment. It's not your moment. You just look crazy. When Giselle explains the catfish comment, I still felt like it wasn't no excuse for her to be going in so deep about that picture. Giselle used that as a moment to make that girl uncomfortable and to haze her. That's just it. Like, if you looked at her page and you seen her pictures and you know that that picture was Photoshop, all of y'all do Facetune. Everybody, all of y'all use filters. Now, I don't use Facetune on my pictures. I don't feel the need to use Facetune on my pictures. The most I do is use a filter sometimes, because sometimes a filter will pop that picture up. But I never use Facetune. But so the fuck what? All you motherfuckers do it. Okay, and what's the big deal? Like, you knew who the fuck it was. Nah, that picture didn't look shit like Angel, but you knew that was her still. Like, what's the point of that? And Angel calls out Giselle for being cruel, and Giselle was being fucking cruel. Because that's just what Giselle do. She's a cruel ass motherfucker. That's what she do. But I'm glad you called her out for being cruel. But it's just like, this ain't nothing new. This is what she do. And she gonna always be a cruel ass person. She gonna always make it her business to make somebody feel a way about anything. Make somebody feel a way about the way they look or dress or whatever it is. It's just irritating. It's just so annoying. So Angel then apologized to Wendy, but then Wendy called out Angel for having more smoke for her than she did for Giselle and Ashley. And that is one thing that I'm going to agree with. Now, I will say that Wendy did have a lot more smoke for Wendy than she did for the people that she needed to have smoke for. And just like Wendy said, you came on this show with an agenda. You came on here and you said that you thought that Giselle was going to be your big sister and shit. And that's why you didn't come for her like that, because that's who you felt like it was going to be. You felt like it was going to be, you know, that's going to be big sis, little sis, big sis, little sis, all this other stuff. And it was going to be like, okay, cool, whatever. So that's just what it was. So I'm just trying to figure out. So yes, Wendy had every right to call it out. She definitely had every right to call that shit out for what it was. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Then Angel got called out for the Forrest Whitaker comment. Now I'm gonna say this. The comment was very suspect. Ain't no ifs, no ands, no buts about it. The comment was very suspect. Anybody could have taken that comment and made it into whatever they wanted to make it, but it was a suspect comment, and it did give colorism undertones. And I really don't like to go down that rabbit hole with every little conversation being about colorism. I don't, but it did give that, Angel. It did give that. I'm sorry, but it did. And it may not have been your intent for it to go there, but that's exactly how it came across. And Angel can explain however she wants, but that was just ugly, period. They was talking about happiness and sadness, and that's what people be trying to say about Angel and Kay. And Angel and Kay was basically saying that they are good with each other. Kay mainly gets along with most of the people on the cast, so she's a dope person. Ain't no happiness and sadness over here. She's pretty much always happy. But when we look at the show, baby girl, you don't always be happy. Not like, that's just what it is. Like, you don't seem like you're happy when you own this goddamn show. Just got to be honest. Ashley bringing Catfish to the event, and Ashley was like, she didn't really think it was that deep. If somebody said that she was a catfish, she would not care, and she'll laugh at it. Well, let me tell you something, Ashley. Nobody gives a fuck about what you think is petty, and nobody gives a fuck about how you would have taken stuff, okay? The thing about it was, we heard you motherfuckers the first few times you called her a catfish. We heard y'all say it more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times a lady. We heard y'all say it over and over and over and over and over and over, to the point to where you want to bring Catfish to an event and keep humiliating her even more. Now, we can say it wasn't that deep, we can say it wasn't that serious, but you know that bothers that girl. You know that it bothered that girl when y'all was calling her a catfish. Y'all already know that, and y'all did that to constantly keep poking and prodding and pouncing on this motherfucking girl. And let me tell y'all another thing too. I don't give a fuck about this being Housewives. I don't give a damn. I'm not reviewing this show because it's Housewives. I'm reviewing it as a person, as a real life person. If a motherfucker, I heard you the first time with the catfish shit. I heard you the first time. I heard you the second time. Now this third time, bitch, you finna get it. You're not finna keep on coming at me with this catfish shit. I heard you. It was a joke the first 3 times. But bitch, it ain't no joke no motherfucking more, because now you fucking with me now. Now you fucking with me now. Now it's getting to the point to where, okay, I heard you. Now you asking for it. Now you trying it. And when I get ready to haul off and slap the shit out of you, then you're going to make it seem like I'm crazy. When I haul off and cuss you the fuck out, then it's going to be, oh, I'm so sensitive. That's what people do. I get this shit all the time. Y'all should know this. I talk about it all the time. I get this shit all the time. A person will poke and 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 poke. Okay, I let you get away with it the first time. Okay, I let you get away with it, let you get away with it the second time. Okay, I let you get away with it the third time. Like, people will continuously poke and poke and poke and poke and poke. The more you let them get away with it. But when you set your boundaries and say, that's enough. That's enough. You doing too much. Now it ain't that serious. Well, motherfucker, it's just that serious to me. I don't care how you feel about it. But it goes right back to what Wendy said. Ashley was doing the most with that, and so was Giselle. But you gave all of that energy to Wendy, ready to cuss Wendy out, ready to compare her to a nigga. But yeah, you didn't get it to the people that needed to have it. Like, for real. That is the problem. That is the big problem right there. Ashley was called out for her messiness in the comments, in the questions, and then it went to the Zen win in the pen. And Ashley said she apologized to Wendy about the comment already, and that she pretty much, it really wasn't that serious to her. She, whatever. But Wendy said it wasn't coming from a place of love, and it wasn't coming from another place. It comes from this hidden vendetta that you got against me. So Ashley says, when you first came on this show, all you ever did was throw your accomplishments in people's faces. And I'm just not a person that's going to throw all of my accomplishments in anybody's face. And Wendy said, because you don't have any. Can I say that was the reason why I did not like Wendy when she first came on? Because it did come across like she was using, instead of just saying, I got this, I got that, I'm this and that, whatever. She did use it as a weapon a lot of the time to throw it in people's face because the person ain't got 4 degrees, and she did. Like we can like Wendy all we want to, but we gonna be honest about it. That is some shit that she used to do. Throw it in your face, remind you that she got all these motherfucking degrees and you can't touch me because I got all these motherfucking degrees. That's exactly what Pam used to do. However, Ashley is giving jealous. It's giving a little jealous. Because you still mad about that? You still mad because she said she had 4 degrees? She do got 4 degrees. Whether we want to constantly hear them or not, she do got 4 degrees. But when was the last time she threw in the 4 degrees in someone's face, though? When was the last time she even said some shit like that? The last time that she said some shit like that was literally her first season. You feel what I'm saying? That was the last time she said that. So I don't even understand why that is still a thing right now. To say that she was using her accomplishments to put people down and stuff like that. I don't know. It's some truth to. I don't care if I hold grudges or not, Catherine. This ain't about me. This is and this ain't even nothing to hold a grudge about. Like, y'all can, we can sit up here and try to make excuses for Ashley and her bullshit all the fuck we want to. But let's be clear. Why the fuck are we still talking about Wendy, talking about her degrees, when she ain't talked about her degrees in like 5 or 6 years? I could see if she was still doing that, but she ain't even said nothing about her motherfucking degrees. Actually, just looking for a reason to reach for a moment and reach for an issue when it ain't no issue to go for. You said what you said about Wendy because you don't fucking like her. And you never have. And that's just what it is. She was grasping for straws and got choked on one. Fuck out of here. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. And when I hold grudges against people, it's a grudge about something that somebody did to me personally. It ain't even about no stupid ass, I got 4 degrees. What am I holding a grudge against her for that for? Unless you did something detrimental to me, like other people have done detrimental shit to me, then I'm a hold a grudge. But I'm not holding no grudge over that. That's crazy. And that's why her point didn't make no sense. But that was pretty much the end of the reunion. That's it. That's all. I appreciate you guys for watching. We had 320 people in here overall. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll be going live for Married to Medicine, and then later on that day, we'll be going live on the Whether You Like It or Not panel on Yakrati's platform, okay? So with that being said, okay, be sure to pick up my book, That's Why You're Lonely. It's available on Amazon and Kindle Books, so make sure you guys pick it up. With that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catch a face, shots fired, catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact the bitch, I'm the reason, when it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's give
big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up, don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho, don't ever play us. This the real hustle, we make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit, talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast, fucking with the best. Get money on the east, plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north, but we run this out. Bitch, we outside, what you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you?